Our next guest is your Rise affiliate.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. We've got the Charlotte Hornets and the Miami Heat. Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Wembanyama's out there with McDaniels. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. Then it's Harden, and it's George in at the point guard.
When Paul George is on the court, the defense has to be aware of him on the perimeter.
George against Gilgeous-Alexander. Over George. Here's Adebayo. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Goes up off the inbound, and the shot is good.
Adebayo, assisted by Al Horford.
Wembanyama with it. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Isaac. Here's Wembanyama. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good on the bucket.
That's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Slim frame, but has the length to finish over or around you.
Outside, George. And two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, easy call.
The Hornets shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Paul George.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adebayo. Isaac against Porter. Outside, White lets it go. The Hornets pull it in.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
George passes to McDaniels. And it's sent back by Horford.
And still capable of being your defensive anchor. Horford is excellent at positioning himself to block shots.
The kick out to Porter. And that'll be two free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls.
And the ceiling so high for Porter. A versatile, effective forward who does so many things well.
Here's the Hornets with the ball. Isaac passes to Wembanyama. Outside, George. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Hornets miss again. Miami trailing. It's White on the wing, guarded by Harden. White against Harden, and it's White missing. Down low, here's McDaniels. Horford with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to White. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over George. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Derek White is a combo guard who can get the ball to his teammates.
Harden dishes to McDaniels. And there's the pass to George. And the three off target. And so White will bring it up for the Miami Heat.
You can see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander thinking out there in a good way. He really studies every situation.
The Heat have had two chances at the line already, making them both. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. The shot and game clock separated by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside for George. Charlotte again missing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 6. Excellent D there from George. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Heat lead by
10. The Hornets. 7.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
On the court for the Hornets, we've got Isaac. George is out there with Harden. Then there's McDaniels. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5, home in the paint. The dish to Harden. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Harden's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Charlotte.
Heat foul. Derek White. First personal foul.
Adebayo against Wembanyama. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And the rejection by Wembanyama.
The ball goes to Miami.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. And the first time out of the game called for the Heat.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
And that was your Miami answer.
Here's White. Hasn't made one yet. Shoots from the elbow. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Excellent mechanics on Derek's shot. He looks good, letting it fly at any range.
Harden against White. Harden the pass to Wembanyama. Count that one. Wembanyama has got 6 points.
He was able to simply lay it in over the top of the smaller man.
Pass to Adebayo. And stolen by Wembanyama. 3-on-3. Here's McDaniels. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Wembanyama has got 3 assists in the game. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 points for him. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Wembanyama against Adebayo. Just 5 on the clock. To the inside. Just his first attempt. And with that, the Hornet lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Horford.
And inside the paint really is where Horford goes to work. Still athletic enough and really makes it look easy.
Now here's Harden. Back to George. Outside for Wembanyama. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Heat ball.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against George. Tries it again. And Gilgeous-Alexander with the layup. 8 points for him.
And how about the energy from SGA? He gets after it on the backboard as well.
McDaniels finds Isaac. Over Porter. Isaac misses. And it's Adebayo with the ball for the Miami Heat. Porter passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Adebayo. Defended by Wembanyama. Inside. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Gilgeous Alexander outside. Oh, my. He'll go to the line with a chance for a four-point play. That one on George. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Team foul. At the line for your Heat.
That's good from Gilgeous Alexander.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous Alexander, no slouch from the line.
Wembanyama against Adebayo. Here's George. They get it back. And it's Miami's ball. They've got an 8-0 run. And Gilgeous Alexander, here we go. Over George. Again, the Heat, good for 2.
This team leans on Shea to help shoulder the offense, and he takes this responsibility seriously.
And here's George. Shoots the 3, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
Second quarter with the score. Your Heat.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander led the way in the first half. He had 14 points and
as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers, a very high percentage of those in the first half.
So with James on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Michael Porter's out there with Horford. Then it's White. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Adebayo in at the 5 down low. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Wembanyama. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul.
That one on Porter.
Team foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Now, here's Adebayo. Feeds to Porter. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
Heat ball.
Clock is at 3. Fires the 3.
One of the best defenders in the NBA, Paul George displays strong timing and discipline.
Wembanyama, no good. The Heat leading by 4. Outside, White. Over Harden. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Timeout called, the Heat. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And White kicks to Horford. Passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by McDaniels. Fast break now for Charlotte. 6 feet out. Harden with the bucket, getting it done inside. Harden's got 5.
And for Harden, finishing through contact is just part of the job description. He gets bodied up almost every time he takes it inside.
And stolen by Wembanyama. And here comes the break. And here we go. That ties it up. He's got 10.
These are the fundamentals we're always talking about. Excellent bounce pass.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's White. And White with the stuff.
A threat at the rim, no doubt about it. That's good elevation from Derek White.
Outside, George for the lead. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside, White. Into the lane. And stolen by Wembanyama. Harden outside. Jumps up. And finished off by McDaniels.
Oh, great find there from Harden. He's just so good at finding his teammates in rhythm.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to White. And a wide-open look for Porter. Drills the three-pointer.
Well, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Now here's Harden. He has 5. Takes a 3. Isaac misses.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Outside, Horford. Stolen by Harden. And again, Charlotte running the court in transition. A shot by McDaniels, no good. And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Miami Heat. 3-point lead. And White kicks to Horford. Back to White. Just 5 to shoot. And there's another one for the Heat. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's George. A putback, and George able to finish.
The persistence on the glass. Paul George just refusing to quit on the play.
The shot, no good. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one.
Miami, 29. The Hornets.
And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Setting the floor for the Hornets.
Paul George.
Harden out there with Paul George. Then it's Jaden McDaniel. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's Wembanyama in at center. Here's White. Paul George making his last shot. Back to White. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama has got rebound number 5 here tonight. George passes to Wembanyama. Over in the corner, Isaac. Here's Wembanyama. He's guarded by Adebayo. Shot clock at 5. From deep, George drains it from beyond the arc. And the Hornets lead by 2.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the fourth quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Adebayo against Wembanyama. Here's George. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
That kind of contact isn't going to deter Paul George. Just pushing right through it.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
The wheels have come off a little bit leading up to this timeout. He is taking some low percentage shots, and it's killing the flow of their offense. More motion, more ball movement. That should lead to better looks for him and for the entire team.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. Now, they preached the little things in the huddle. They asked their team to battle on those 50-50 balls. One extra possession could be all the difference. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Here's Wembanyama. Following the basket by Bam Adebayo. Here's Isaac. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Porter.
No doubt the size of Isaac is a problem for the defense. Excellent at using that long frame to draw contact.
And both free throws good for Isaac. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rejection by Wembanyama. To the paint, McDaniels. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for Charlotte?
What I love, and the coaching staff has to love, is the defense. They've really brought the energy with all these blocks we've seen in this one.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
Now, here is George. Lays it up and banks it in. And now a 5-point Hornets lead.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
When they need a score, Shea is willing to put the offense on his shoulders.
Here's George after the made shot from Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Porter. Outside, White. There's the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Harden. Fades back. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that old.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Wembanyama passes to Isaac. It drops.
James Harden.
One of the best closers in our game. James Harden coming up big.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Yes!
Coaches trust Adebayo, and he's being rewarded. This guy has done everything they've asked and then some.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
And it's George missing.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Personal foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the Hornets.
Derek White.
It's a one-point game.
Personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
For Charlotte.
You know Harden always looks confident at the line, even in a clutch situation.
You have to admire how calm he is under pressure at the free throw line in a key situation.
Timeout called, the Heat. They're behind by 3. There's 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Victor Wembanyama.
And guys, it's been a rugged brand of defense he's played. I don't know why they keep taking the ball at him. It seems like every time they have, he's come up with the rejection. And with every block, he's only gotten more and more fired up. And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
And with the game in the balance, PG is a good bet to deliver. Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
There's Porter with the 3. No good. So it's the Hornets picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg.